Now recently the Inspector General said they taken from the government $250,000 to investigate my case, how the official been treating me overseas. Obviously, why are they gonna spend $250,000? And I ask her, nearly $300,000 to investigate. If she called the ASU gonna take ticket from from Canberra to Sydney, from Sydney to I don't know what, how much, $250,000, and she doesn't want to pay my lawyer, gonna give her evidence. She said, I give him $44. I give you the document. I swear to God. She said, if your lawyer have a good evidence, but it's not only that, my lawyer, he have to give her evidence and they give her the name of the witness in Egypt and the addresses to get rid of them. To get rid of them completely because they done it with the other witness. I gave him name of the witness, they go make him house arrest in Pakistan. This is the Australian government. This is a diplomatic organization do it. And I have the letter, I give it to her, I said, Mr. Habib, I don't know what the officials do. And I don't know, she's an Inspector General. She owned the office, $250,000, Mrs. What is she, her name there? Our Prime Minister? Guilty? We have too many guilty. Guilty, what's his name? No, guilty is, they're guilty of federal police. Mr. Guilty, and she's guilty. All of them guilty. Who's not guilty, please? I want to know who's not guilty. But John Howard, he's a criminal. I can't find a name for him. I don't know. But she said $250,000 to investigate the case. But I told her my lawyer, he came all the way from Egypt to give you a statement about witness. They say you're official inside the secret jail helping the official, helping the Egyptian, and they giving evidence. This witness in Egypt, he said, now Mr. Habib, if he give us a name and addresses, we give him $44 per hour. And we know we're gonna give him for a ticket. I said, I paid the ticket for him, but I give him the document to help the case to get Omar Suleiman in jail. And when Omar Suleiman is gonna be in jail, he gonna point his finger to the Australian government and say, this bastard involved with Mr. Habib rendition. And that's why the official come to me and say, Mr. Habib, don't go to Egypt because we worry for you to get kidnapped. Say, they give me a passport 1 week, next week come to me and say, Mr. Habib, we worry if you go to Egypt, you get kidnapped again. That means we're going to kidnap you if you go to Egypt. But I say, how many of you here, did you hear it? If I kidnap in Egypt, that means who did it? I want to hear it. No, I didn't hear it, man. Thank you very much.
Mamdouh, can you tell us what you said when you rang the Department of Immigration to ask for your passport back?
Which one?
You rang up to insist that they deliver your passport the next morning by 10 AM. Remember you told me how you rang them up and said to them that you needed to get your passport back by tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock.
Well, what happened, the reason they give me my passport is not because they love me. First they've been thinking all the devils sit down in the office, we have to give Habib his passport. Now it's 10 years, what reason we're gonna give him more? 2 weeks, alright? 2 weeks before they give me a passport, I have a court case. Last Friday, the case of the passport is being dismissed. Because Australian government still put a document. I have received 3 weeks ago, big full boxes full of document blackout. It's my case about the passport. They doesn't want me to have my passport because I still a security risk for Australia. But in 2 weeks, all this is changed. I don't know how, but you know how? It's a secret. You have to pay $1 each one to tell you why. No, I'll tell you it's free. In Egypt they have people giving evidence, and I have employed people in Egypt to find the witness against the official of Australia. I'm gonna give you names. I'm not scared of it. They have one federal police, his name Ramzi Jabour. He's from Jordan. He's a dirty bastard. He's a federal police. This guy, he's been with so many cases in Egypt and a lot of cases in Jordan. He's involved with Mossad, with so many cases. Well, Ramzi Jabour, he speaks very good in Arabic. He used to come in AIT court to give evidence, slight evidence about me. And he say me in Guantanamo Bay and he interrogate me. He's a liar bastard because I never able to be talk. The time when he came in Guantanamo Bay, I was really sick person. After 2003, I start to get my memory back and I start to become normal. He said 2002, he came and talking to me. He's the biggest bastard liar. And he used to come in AIT court to give evidence, lie evidence. His name Ramzi Jabour. This bastard, I got him in Egypt filming entry in this building. Alright? And some official, I can't talk about official because it's not, sorry boys. Even he give me $1, I'm not gonna tell you. They're gonna put me in my life. Some official of the SU, the entry, where is the Mubarak is Omar Suleiman. In and out. And people filming. Now we paying money for people, investigator, and they got me some of this. And some of you will give me statement. And they're happy to come to Australia. We ask our dirty Prime Minister, and I inform her, I said, I have a 2-3 witness. They happy to come in Australia, give evidence what they see in Egypt, and these people is official. But if they come in Australia, or to give in evidence, they will get killed. Do you want these people to come in Australia and give them protection? I have no reply until last week. She replied, I sent her 6 months ago. She replied last week. No, we sent her in December, before last year. She didn't reply. But she replied last week. She said, sorry, you sent me a letter. She sent it back to me. She said, your letter been sent wrong address. And I send you a letter back. How government, mashallah. How Australian official, very smart people. I got my PO box in my envelope, and I received it after nearly 7 months. How Australian government work very hard. And now, because I got this evidence, and people give me the witness, and witness send me footage, and I told him, I got my lawyer, he tell me, Mr. Habib, I'm not gonna run your case until you do undertaking for me, or you do bankruptcy. If I do bankruptcy, that means I don't have my passport. And that means lawyer very good cooperate with the government. I said, you take my life, but you don't take any bankruptcy of me. If you give me some money, why you want to bankrupt it? And this is really make me really thinking. And I struggled by, I went to the government, I said, listen, I have this evidence. I told my lawyer about this evidence. The lawyer said, no worry about Mr. Habib, they will overseas witness, don't worry, we'll fix it up. I said, no, thank you, I'm worried. Now I called the lawyers and Commonwealth, I said, listen, this is the witness. You want me to put the witness in radio station, or with Channel 7 or Channel 9, to give evidence in TV, through the media? I say, Mr. Habib, no. I say, no. In the court, I give him my phone. So you want to talk with my witness overseas? Hear the phone, hear the statement, read it. He said, Mr. Habib, I wasn't believe this happened. The same bastard, he was fabricated document. And he tell me, sorry for language, but that's what I learned from this criminal. Alright? And he said, I'm so sorry to read that. If this really happened to you, we should settle the case. So go back to your government and ask him. Now, I settled the case because I need money to get the people work for me. To keep me run, I do what I'm doing now. And I did. Settle the case. It's not big amount of money. But make me run my business. Make me employ lawyers overseas. Make me go investigator. Make me get a statement. Make me hit the government in the head with their own money. Right? And I get my money later on. Alright? Now, what happened? With a passport, I get more evidence. Because they gave me some money. I got more evidence. And said, Mr. Habib, stop it. I said, stop it, give me my passport. And as you come and say, I love you, you've never been a terrorist. I said, I want you to say that in the media. He said, I'll talk to you later, but my promise to you, I'll give you a passport. I said, when I see the first promise, when they talk about it, he come to me with a passport. That's the first promise. The second promise and third promise, I don't have it yet. That's why I'm gonna go to Egypt. I get Amr Suleiman in the head. I know Kumla Kanayal. Then they're gonna come to me and say, please, Mr. Habib, we give you apology publicly. That's why I told him I need to do public apology. He doesn't want to do this. They give me money, secret. They give me passport, secret. Why? Why not do it public? Because they're criminal. And they try to, they're too arrogant. It's not arrogant, I said it's a criminal, but they hide in the crime. Because half people know, half people doesn't. But they doesn't want to know, anybody doesn't want to know. But that's why we speak with people. That's why we go around the world. We tell everybody, this government is a bunch of corruption criminal. They run us. And we have to get these people, like Egyptian done, we have to do it here. Yeah. And I am lucky. Because in the time when I get my evidence, before I was informed by people in Egypt, they say, we can give you now the evidence, but if you delay 1 month, Egypt is going to be upside down. Better get your witness. That's when I'm going to my lawyer. I said, we give him the evidence now. I said, Mr. Habib, don't worry. I said, no, I'm worried. Because in next month, my witness is not going to come and say it because Egypt is going to be upside down. And he said, now? I said, no, yes. Now the time I get my witness. Before this happened in Egypt, I got my witness and the government settled the case. After this, I got more information and this biggest one. Then WikiLeaks is coming out with the truth. And some of the truth.
So WikiLeaks has helped, obviously, Mamdouh, in some ways. It's vindicated all the things that you've said all along. You also just mentioned the Egyptian revolution and how that's managed to overthrow at least Mubarak and Suleiman and some of the senior officials. Can you sort of say how you think the Egyptian revolution has helped your case?
First, I'm encouraged to do it like Egypt.
Yeah.
You're strong to do it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the leader. I'm gonna be the leader. I don't care. I tell you honestly, this government is a bunch of corruption. And I tell you, we are a slave. It's not, hey, to be honest, don't look at the Australian government, they trick you and say because you're blonde, are you white, are you Australian, you Aussie, it's all bullshit. Sorry for language again. It's all bullshit business. It's all rubbish, it's not true. But the sooner you get out of this country, this government never even gonna look at you. The sooner you leave this country, you see, you stamp your passport and get out of the immigration department of the airport, you're gone. Government is not gonna look at you.